Hey guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have some more Fenty Beauty for you. I'm excited. Can you tell? Alright, so today I'm going to be focusing on the eye makeup, the cheek makeup, and the lips. I'm also going to be doing a collaboration with my friend Diana here on YouTube. I love Diana's channel. We've been like chit-chatting for about 2 years now, I feel like. It's been a while. And I have collabed with her a while back. So definitely go check out her video. She's also going to be using some Fenty Beauty on her channel. She's a different skin tone than I am, so you will get to see different products on different skin tones, which is a bomb. And I love her content. You definitely will. She is so gorgeous. She creates really nice tutorials. Like, we pretty much have the same style when it comes to fashion, so definitely check out her channel. I will leave it down below. We also will be giving away some Fenty Beauty products. I'm going to be giving away the gloss bomb on my channel, which is the lip gloss. So go to her channel to see what she's going to be giving away. So I'm pretty excited to do this tutorial. This was the first time I got to play with the highlighter. I got it yesterday, but I didn't get to play with it until today. And I wore the gloss yesterday. I didn't tell you guys that I did wear it. And I really, really love it. The thing I love the most about the gloss is so glossy, but it's not sticky. And you guys know I love a good gloss. Like, I'm a gloss fiend. I need to get like 3 packets of this because it's not sticky, but it's super glossy. I don't know if you guys can really see it here, but it's not super pigmented or anything like that. It's just so gorgeous. And I think it'll be gorgeous in all skin tones, and it just kind of transforms based on what your skin tone is. I think it is such a beautiful gloss. I love it. I'm definitely going to be using it all fall, winter, probably all year long. It smells, it makes me feel like back in the day with lip smackers. Like, I don't know if you guys remember lip smackers, if you're like that old. But I don't know if you guys remember, but the lip smackers, they had that fruity smell, like watermelon and cherry. This is what this reminds me of. Like, it smells so good. I love it. For my eye makeup, I use the Kilowatt in Trophy Wife. I know Trophy Wife has been the talk of the town. So you guys will get to see my thoughts on Trophy Wife. I love the color, but in terms of the actual product, you'll get to see my thoughts on that. I think it's perfect for like carnival, like, you know, bacchanal type of thing, you know. Also, I did use the foundation. I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention. I did use the foundation and I did use the contour matchstick as well. So you guys will get to see that again if you didn't see yesterday's video where I did use those 2 products. So that's basically it. If you want to see how to achieve this beautiful fall Fenty look, then just keep watching. So if you guys didn't see my review on the foundation, I will link it below so you can check it out. I loved it all day long. It lasted with the primer, which I wasn't sure how it's gonna work with the primer, but it did last all day long. I feel like it's hard for this brand to be a fail because this brand is it's under Louis Vuitton, Sephora, so it's just almost impossible for it to be a fail. It's not just a nonsense company, you know, like Rihanna is under the Louis Vuitton, Sephora brand, you know what I mean? Like Marc Jacobs Beauty, Kat Von D is also under this brand. Sephora itself is also under this brand, like Sephora brand makeup. So it's just hard, you know. So I'm going to take this foundation, which is the shade 400. This is the Pro Filter foundation from Rihanna, and it's a soft matte finish. If you saw my video yesterday, you already saw me use this, but in case you didn't, I'm gonna just use a beauty blender. Yesterday I used a brush. Today I'm using a beauty blender just to see the difference. Most days, as of lately, I've been using a brush, but I wanted to see what it would be like with a beauty blender. I loved it with the brush though. Just want to see my options, you know. It's blended out really nicely with the beauty blender. If you are looking for your shade in this foundation, do not take the shade that looks like it matches you when you first put it on, because it does oxidize. So it will get a little bit darker. Like, I don't know how light this looks, but this looks a little bit light right now. But within a minute, but in a few minutes, it's going to oxidize on me, and it's gonna match me very, very well. Like, this is one of the only foundations that actually matches me really, really closely. If you have a foundation that you feel like matches you really, really well, you can go to Sephora's website, and in the search bar type in color IQ, so just the word color and then space IQ, and then it's gonna take you to the color IQ page. Then you could, if you don't know your color IQ number, which I know my number, but some people don't know theirs obviously, the color IQ is basically your color shade according to Pantone. So it's a number given to you that will let you know your foundation in different brands, your foundation shade in different brands. And then you could type in a foundation brand that you already use. So for example, you could type in Estee Lauder, and then you select the double wear foundation, and from there you select the shade that you wear in that foundation. And so for me, I wear Amber Honey in double wear foundation, and so when I do that, it takes me to all the other foundations that are in that color IQ selection. I actually forgot to do this for this foundation, but when I did it last night, I got the right shade that it recommended this exact shade for me. So pretty cool. It definitely does work. I've used it in the past. I know the color IQ is not always accurate for everybody. That's why I feel like the best way to do it is to find a foundation you feel like really, really matches you, and then from there do it the color IQ using that foundation, because sometimes the matches are not as accurate. Like if you have a lot of dark spots on your face, your match might not be as accurate, you know what I mean? So find a foundation you feel like really matches you and do it that way. My color IQ color, I have two colors actually, but one is 1R12, which basically puts me at kind of neutral, because the ones are kind of more neutral. So 1R and then 12, which is how deep my complexion is. So this actually looks really, really good with a beauty blender. Like, I have to stop and tell you guys, like, it looks really, really good. Oh my gosh. Another layer, just because I'm impressed. I just want to see like more coverage. Yeah, so I am 1R12 in this foundation and a lot of other foundations, and then some other foundations, although it is 1R12, the R stands for red. So like my basically what it says is I am a neutral person. The R is kind of like, oh, leaning more on the red side, but honestly, because it's neutral, a lot of the times foundations that are in the 1 yellow range work for me as well, because it's pretty neutral, my IQ number. So I also match up to foundations sometimes that are 1Y12, if that makes any sense. So I go between 1Y12 and 1R12. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm loving the way this looks with a beauty blender. I actually will recommend you try it with a beauty blender too, if you haven't already, because I think it looks really, really good. And I actually need to get RIHANNA's beauty blender too, because maybe I will like it even more. This foundation does dry pretty quickly. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday, but it does. So you gotta work kind of fast with it to get it to, you know, look good. So now I'm gonna contour my face. I'm gonna take the Maybelline and Makeup Shayla palette. Guys, I have been loving this palette. So now I'm bringing out the second or the third star of this show, which is the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife Kilowatt. This is a freestyle highlighter, also known as the Kilowatts. This highlighter has a little bit more like chunk to it than the other ones, like not glitter, but almost like chunky, a little chunky, I would say. The other ones are not that way. They're very they're a lot more fine, and they do not have as much sparkle to them. I mean, I'm not like terrified of this powder, but I was a little bit intimidated by it. I almost didn't buy it because I was a little bit scared. All right, so first brush I'm going to do this with is my Anastasia brush. This is the Anastasia Highlighting A23 brush, and I'm going to put a little bit here and try to blend that out. Let's see. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. I'm sure you guys can. This is, whoa. This is definitely like on another level. I'm gonna take my Morphe M53 brush, my other favorite. Usually this brush makes things glide on more like butter, and as you can see, it is doing that for this product. So I think I would apply it with this brush instead. Some products work fine with either brush. Some of them work better with this brush. Some work better with the Anastasia brush, but I think I like this one with this brush better. Wow. This is definitely not your everyday highlight. Like, I mean, maybe it is your everyday highlight, but it's not my everyday highlight. It's something I would wear to like the night out, or like an event, for like makeup related events. I'm not really too big of a fan of the formula. It's definitely like, it's a little bit like almost chunky. It's not as buttery and smooth as I like. It's kind of a little too chunky for me. I did notice that some of the other when I swatched them in the store, I noticed that some of the other powders were not as chunky, so I definitely want to pick some of those up as well. But this one, I love the color. I think it's really, really pretty. I don't know, I love the color, but the formula needs, I feel like it should change. I don't know, it's just my opinion. Anyways, I'm gonna do my lips now. I'm gonna use a lip liner first. This is so glossy and it's not sticky at all. Oh my goodness. That is the whole look, you guys. I hope you like it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.